Hey guys, it's Miss Cavalier. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Today you're going to work on systems of equations and we're going to review by working backwards. I'm going to give you the answers and you got to figure out which one is right. You should have a systems review page from the sub. I'm going to go through a few examples with you and then after that you'll just work for the rest of class. You can pause, rewind the video, do what you need to do so that it works for you so that you understand. If you need more help, you can ask the sub or you can see if you can go to Miss Dillon's for some help. So let's just start with number one. So what we're doing is we're going to plug our answers, the A, B, C, or D, into the equations to see if they work. If they work, if they make a true statement, then that's our answer. If it doesn't work, then it's not a true statement, and you move on to the next one. So we have negative 9x minus 2y equals 8, and then we have negative x plus 4y equals negative 16. So let's start with option A. Option A says 0, negative 3. So this 0 is my x, so I'm going to put the 0 where the x is, and then negative 3 is my y, so I'm going to put the negative 3 where my y is. Just pick one equation, see if it works. If it works, then plug it into the next one. If it doesn't work in the first equation that you pick, then it doesn't matter. It's not our answer. You just move on. Don't waste time. So I'm going to just use this first equation just because that's the one I want to. I could totally start with this one. I'm not going to. So plugging this coordinate into here, I have negative 9 times 0, because that's my x, minus 2 times negative 3, because that's my y, equals 8. So this is 0. That's nice. It just cancels out. So over here I have negative 2 times negative 3, which is 6. Well, 6 does not equal 8, so A is not my answer. So B, 0, negative 4. So doing what we just did, but now we're going to do negative 4 instead of negative 3. Okay. So negative 9 times 0, because that's the x, minus 2 times negative 4, because that's the y, equals positive 8. Again, that's 0. That cancels. That's nice. Negative 2 times negative 4, that's 8. So 8 does equal 8, so this equation worked. So now let's plug it in here to see if it works for this one. So negative 0 plus 4 times negative 4 equals negative 16. Well, negative 0, that's just 0. So 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. That worked here. That worked here. So B is our answer. Okay, well, let's look at number 2. So number 2, we have 2x minus 2y equals negative 24. 4x plus 6y equals negative 18. So A says no solution. So if none of the other options work, then we know A is the answer. B says 9, negative 3. So let's try it. So I'm going to plug this into the top one just because that's the one I feel like working with first. I could totally use this one. I'm just not going to. So 2 times 9, because 9 is my x coordinate, minus 2 times negative 3 equals negative 24. So here's 18 plus 6, because negative times a negative is positive, equals negative 24. Well, 24 does not equal negative 24, so B is not the answer. C says negative 9 positive 3. So let's see if that works. I would maybe have a piece of scratch paper to write on since there's not much room on this worksheet here. So 2 times negative 9 minus 2 times positive 3 equals negative 24. That's a negative 18. Negative 2 times a positive 3 is a negative 6 equals negative 24. Negative 24 equals negative 24, so that one worked. So trying this one. So 4 times negative 9 is still my x, plus 6 times 3 equals negative 18. Negative 36 plus 18 equals negative 18. Hopefully you can do this stuff in your head, but if you need a calculator, grab one, okay, or use the phone. Just make sure that's okay with the sub. Negative 36 plus 18 is a negative 18. Negative 18 equals negative 18. That works. C then is my answer. Okay, so 10, the first 10 are going to be just like that. So let's go to 11. 11 really is the same thing. It just looks a little different. So that's why I'm doing that one. So y equals negative 3x plus 6. All right, starting with A. A says negative 3, 3. It doesn't matter which equation you use. I personally, I'm going to use this bottom one, but really it's not going to matter. I'm just going to use this bottom one because I can. So here my y is 3, so I'm going to put that there. And then negative 3 times negative 3 plus 6. So 3 equals, negative times a negative is positive, is 9 plus 6. Well, 3 does not equal 15, so it's not A. B says no solution, so I'll save that one. If C and D don't work, then I know it's B. So let's try 3, 3. Okay, really the only thing that's changing is this negative became a positive. So I'll use this top one just this time. So negative x would be negative 3 minus 2 times 3 equals 3. So negative 3 minus 6, that's negative 9. That does not equal 3. So it's not C. So let's try D. If this doesn't work, then we know the answer is B. So 3, negative 3. I'll use the top one again. So negative x, so negative 3 minus 2 times negative 3 equals 3. Negative 3, negative times a negative is positive 6. Negative 3 plus 6 does equal 3. So this one worked. So now let's try here. So my y is negative 3. My x is positive 3 plus 6. Negative 3 equals negative 9 plus 6. Negative 3 does equal negative 3. So D was my answer. That should be good. I'll go ahead and do one more just to help those of you that need it, but if you feel like you understand and you're ready to work, the rest of class is your time to work. If you need additional help, try to watch this last example, and then if not, go see Miss Dillon. So I'm going to actually do number 16. For no reason, I just saw 16 and it looks like it'll be a good one. So negative 3x minus 1, 6x plus 2y equals negative 1. So A is negative 1, 4. Going to use the top equation. 4 equals, because I put the y where the y is, so that's why I wrote the 4, equals negative 3 times negative 1 minus 1. 4 equals 3 minus 1. 4 does not equal 2, so it is not A. B says 1, 4. So using the top equation again, 4 equals negative 3 times 1 minus 1. 4 equals negative 3 minus 1. 4 equals negative 4. That's not true, so it's not B. Trying C. C says 4, -1. So -1 equals -3 times 4 minus 1. -1 equals -12 minus 1. -1 does not equal -13. So it is not C. So it has to be D, no solution. And so I kind of lied. I did choose 16 on purpose because I wanted you to see what a no solution problem would look like. Okay, the rest of class is yours. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.